Chad, I gotta know. At least if we can get out of the first round, I have to know tonight. Unless something changes in chat in the next 30 seconds, I have to know if this 50-win Sharks team, technically the best team we've put together yet, if they are good enough to get at least back to the second round and hopefully beyond. This team is so well constructed in terms of how balanced it is. We got role players, we got the veterans, we got the youth, we got the high-end scoring, we got the defense. It's 1999. The year of the Shack. Our defense is still great. Obviously, we just went through and optimized every power play line. PK. Like, we are trying to set up as best we can. No excuses. This team needs to win, man. This team needs to win. And in round number 1, we are taking on a tough customer, to say the least. Teemu Selanne and the Phoenix Coyotes. Top line of Tkachuk, Jamnoff, and the previously aforementioned Finn. Second line, Jack Sanders. A low franchise-generated player. Second overall from the 2028 draft, Jack Sanders. With Stu Barnes and Darren Shannon. Joe Murphy, Bob Basson, and Nikolai Borchevsky. Andrew McBain, Roman Oksuta, I believe it was, and Steve Sullivan. Former Shark. Defense. Fuck. Phil Housley and Freddie Olesen. Teppo Numminen and former Shark, Merrick Malik. Ruslan Saleh, former Shark. I mean, let's be honest, we had most guys that we wanted. And Jim Pake. The goaltender, Darren Poopa. And Trevor Kidd. An injury to Mike York, JJ Daniel, also not currently playing. Should we beat this team? Yes. Will we beat this team? I don't know. I don't know, man. I hope so. In terms of the ratings for our team here, 99, 93, 85. We have them beat on paper in every regard. This team has to be able to do it, man. This team has to be the one that is able to get it done. We did make it out of the first round last year. Can we do it again? Game number 1 against the Coyotes. I will not crash because you're not playing FIFA, so screw you. First period, 1-1. Chris Pronger and Phil Housley, the defenseman, getting involved early. Second period, goal apiece. Mark Messier, short-handed. Alexei Jamnoff was able to tie it, so we had the third tied. Whites were still home in this era, right? Yes. When did that change? Could have been 04 lockout, but I thought it might have been even before then. Mark Messier scores shorthanded again. Talk about optimized PK. Trevor Kidd's now in for them, though. It's 3-3. Make it 4-3. Phil Housley's second goal of the game. Freddie Olesen. Fuck, man. We cannot find goaltending. A hat trick from Messier. Too little, too late. Yes, it is. The Coyotes, who won 15 fewer games than we did in the regular season, take game 1 5-4 as Mike Dunham, spelled D-O-N-E, shits the bed. We got a hat trick from ancient Mark Messier. And it didn't matter because Mike Dunham couldn't make a save. Not a great start. It could be the only blemish of the round, but it's still not a good start at all. Dunham is out. The net detective in his second go-around with the Sharks. Jim Carey gets the start. We got to turn the Manny legacy, then we got to turn the Manny legacy. It's game number 2. Not going to change anything else. I'm going to chalk it up to our goalie being terrible. First period. Okay. We did get doubled up in shots, but good lord, man. Phil Housley and Nikolai Borchevsky. Second period. We tie it up. Peter Forsberg and Wayne Gretzky on the power play. Boys, you cannot fall down 0-2 losing both games at home. You can't do it. Power play goal for the Sharks. Peter Forsberg. Power play goal for the Sharks. Wayne Gretzky, the top line, is carrying in game number 2. Very, very good. Can we see it through? Yes, we can. Pavel Bure, empty net, power play goal. 5-2 is the final as the top stars show up and show out, including Jim Carey with a .942 save percentage, but Forsberg and Bure running wild in game number 2. We needed that so badly. Amy McCown getting hurt kind of sucks, but that's only for the AHL. Okay. 1-1. Obviously, goaltending's pretty straightforward. I haven't turned off auto rotate, so I just want to make sure the carry was still in. Absolute. What's going on? You're just in time for us to probably blow it here. It is game number 3 in Phoenix. Let's see what happens. First period. 1-0 Sharks. Tony Granato, the deadline pickup. Tony Granato scoring on Darren Pupa, mind you. He's back in. Second period. 2 goals for us. Pavel Bure and a fourth line effort. Matthew Barnaby. Colin, proud of you guys, by the way. Well done. Keep playing. Keep getting better. Murphy, a goal for the Coyotes, but we are up 3-1 heading into the third. Deadline acquisitions have worked out so well for us, but that narrative can end real quick. Halfway through the third, trying to take a 2-1 series lead after dropping game 1. Can we hold on? Peter Forsberg, the empty netter, 4-1 the final score. And the Sharks have successfully bounced back. Jim Carey, the net detective, is on the case. 2 stellar performances as we've outscored him 9-3 over the last 2 games. And take that 2-1 series lead. Look at Pavel Bure, by the way. Good lord. I get trading Paul Kariya was a risk. But Pavel Bure is an unbelievable playoff performer. Let's hope he can keep it up in game 4. We're not changing anything about this team right now. First period. 1-0 Coyotes. Keith Tkachuk. Okay. Top line strikes. They've been a little bit quiet over the last 2 games. And really, even in game 1, their defense scored a ton. Second period. Way to battle back, boys. Tony Granato and the first ever playoff goal for rookie Zdeno Chara. We have the lead heading into the third. As we try to take a commanding 3-1 series lead, Teppo Numminen has something to say about that. Tony Granato! We paid so much to get him. Mark Messier! We paid so much to get Tony Granato in terms of draft capital. It's ridiculous, but he has been awesome. Travis Green adds an empty netter, and the Sharks are 1 win away from making it back to the second round in consecutive seasons. Tony flippin' Granato. It wasn't Mike Keane. It unfortunately wasn't Yuri Lettinen. It definitely wasn't Patrick Waugh, but it is Jim Carey. Another awesome effort. 1 win away from making it to the next round, where it looks like it would be another showdown against the Calgary Flames of all teams. It would be, our 3rd meeting in 4 years with Calgary. Goalie-wise, Carey, 3 games, 3 wins, a .946 for the net detective. This team's crushing it right now, man. Tony Granato, by the way. 3 goals in 4 games. Love to see it. Messier's chipping in. We haven't really heard from Mike Gartner yet, but that's okay. Game 5. Trying to close this one out. First period, Pavel Datsyuk scores before I can even pause. I said it like dog pause. Second, nope, first period. There we go. That's better. And it's 2-1. Power play goal for Granato. Teemu Solani is on the board. 2-1 Sharks. Second period. Reaver, perfect. Can you make me a manager on the club, by the way? I went and played with some friends earlier, so if you could do that, perfect. And I will switch very soon. Second period. Mike Gartner. Ask and you shall receive. Tony Granato, man. Oh, he's been so good. Bob Basson makes it 4-2. Here we go. Third period, 20 minutes away from moving on. Jeff Brown makes it 5-2. We did slip up in the first period. First period, I was going to say, well, first period, first game. But it was, in fact, our only blemish. The San Jose Sharks handle their business. We're off to round number 2. Likely to play Calgary. I will say my one fear is this. Last year in the first round, Patrick Waugh was awesome, and then he disappeared. I can only hope and pray that Jim Carey does not do the same or suffer the same fate. Is it Calgary? Not yet. Vancouver putting up a fight. But this performance was tremendous in the first round. There's no other way to put it. Again, for as bad as Mike Dunham was, Jim Carey stops 126 of 133. Defensively, good Christ. Pronger and Zubov, awesome together. Absolutely awesome. A much better fit than Pronger and Rob Blake. Wow. Right wing side, Pavel Bure, amazing. Only 2 goals, but Tony flippin' Granato. What an acquisition. What an acquisition. Left wing side, no goals from the natural left wings of Eliash and Thornton, but they did have points. And at center, Pavel Datsyuk was great. Forsberg was great. Messier was phenomenal. Gretzky was great. Green's a 4th liner, so I don't really care. If Doug Gilmour is our worst player, we're doing pretty good. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. But now is where I'm worried. Because we won a round, and then we came back the next day, and then we lost. But also, the goalie and what do we do? It is going to be Calgary. Another showdown with the Calgary Flames in round number 2. Fair enough. They won 39 games. It'll be Detroit, St. Louis, San Jose, Calgary, Colorado, Buffalo, Philly, and New Jersey. The Rangers are out. If people that wanted to play pro clubs aren't available late, consider this. We'll play tomorrow, I promise. If you're available to play late, cool. I'm down to. We got to see if tonight's the run. The Rangers just got bounced. Rob Blake, minus in the playoffs. Shocker. Dude, this is the run. This is the run. We ditched Patrick Waugh at the right time. This is the run. It has to be. Let's look at the Calgary Flames. We're winning the goddamn Stanley Cup tonight. We have to. We have to. This screams the night. Let's look at the Flames. Okay. Let's I may have gotten ahead of myself. We're 50-50 all time against Calgary in the playoffs. I may have gotten ahead of myself. I forgot they picked up Jimmy Carson. How's the defense? That's all they need. That's the only guy that they need. And in goal, let's get the bad news that we already know is there. It's not even Hasek. It's Tommy Salo, who was ungodly in the first round. Monk, it's the run. I am still down to play tonight, but it's the run. We gotta make the run happen. Christ. Game 1. Screw the overall ratings. Doesn't even matter. Game 1. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. It's your music playlist on Spotify. Yeah, just search Sticky24. It's a playlist of... How many fucking songs is in this playlist? I don't do multiple playlists. I just throw 2,100 songs into a playlist and just listen. I don't care. I said run the playoffs. I see. It's game 1 in San Jose. Round number 2 against Calgary. We've never made it out of the second round. First period. 1-0 Sharks. Tony flippin' Granato. Second period. Still 1-0 Sharks. Tony Granato, hero so far. Power play for the Flames, nothing. Power play for the Sharks. Pavel Bure. Come on. Long way to go. Power play for the Flames. The PK is on fire. 5.5 left. The San Jose Sharks. Oh, thank God. Take game 1. We lose the shutout in the final 93 seconds, thanks to Mike Ridley. But Mark Messier caps off the game with an empty netter. 1-0 San Jose. Great game from Salo, but a slightly better game from Jim Carey. Game 1 to the good guys. Bure continues to deliver. It's game number 2. Jumping right into it. First period, goalless. They outshot us. Second period, 1-1. Jeff Brown on the power play. Our power play continues to be electric, but Theo Fleury, who has broken our hearts before, gets one back. We go to the third. Power play for the Sharks. Jeff Brown almost traded him, thought better of it. He's showing up here in game number 2. Power play for the Sharks. No goal this time, and I think it was Andre Lamakin, ties it. There goes a bit of the hype. Are we going to overtime in game 2? Yes, we are. Not jumping in unless it's elimination. Overtime, game 2, and Calgary steals it. Who else? Theo Fleury. We let that one get away from us. You're allowed one blemish before it becomes really concerning. But we did let that game get away from us. Calgary wins it. No. Top of his game, focused because Twitter hasn't been invented yet. Theo Fleury. Calgary's hero there. Still not going to change anything, though, for game 3. First period. 1-0 Sharks, Pavel Bure. Second period. Goal apiece, Matthew Barnaby. Theo Fleury stays hot. God damn it. Third period. We are up by 1 for now. Calgary can't score on the power play. Sharks get one of their own. It's abbreviated. Doesn't matter. Sandish Ozelinsh. 3-1. Can we hold on? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The San Jose Sharks, with an empty net goal from Jeff Brown, win 4-1 and take a 2-1 series lead in round 2 over the Calgary Flames. Defenseman and goaltending, your 3 stars. Jim Carey continues to deliver. Bure still over a point per game. Game 4, massive opportunity to put the Flames' backs to the wall. First period, 2-1 Calgary. Gretzky scored first, but Brian Smolinski and Gary Roberts on the power play give Calgary the lead. Second period, still 2-1. We go to the third. Will Tommy Salo shut the door like he did in Game 2? Power play for the Sharks, Peter Forsberg. 7 minutes left. Still tied. Tony Granato. Scott Thornton. Tony Granato. Tony frickin' Granato, guys. Oh my God. One of the most expensive deadline pickups you'll ever see. But it is paying off tenfold. The Sharks are 1 win away from their first ever Western Conference Final appearance. Let's not talk about who they're likely to face. Game number 5 in San Jose. Can they end this series? First period, 1-0 Sharks, power play goal for Wayne Gretzky. Second period, 2-0 Sharks, Pavel Bure. 20 minutes away from the conference final.
I'm just trying to walk through this.
Shout out to Obi-Wan Kenobi. my favorite Jedi, of course. The San Jose Sharks are going to the Western Conference Final. Carson ruins the shutout, but it does not matter. 10-2 overall, and off to the conference final as Bure and Carey off to the third round for the first time. Stuff, man. Good stuff. Finest Jedis with the finest tamales. I mean, hey, there you go. The complete package. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Pavel Bure leading the way in point. Dude, Tony flippin' Granato. We gave up so much. But man, has it been worth it. Mike Gartner, Pavel Datsyuk. We only have 2 guys on the team who haven't scored, and to be honest, I'm shocked that Gilmore only has a point, but who cares? Defensively, Zubov has been amazing. But goaltending, Jim Carey on one of the best runs in playoff history. Can he continue that output? Our AHL team, by the way, moving on to the conference finals again. Will it be Detroit or will it be St. Louis? St. Louis has forced Game 7. New Jersey will play Quebec, a.k.a. Colorado. Of course, was a Stanley Cup Finals matchup, IRL, 2 years after this, but now it's an Eastern Conference Final. Who will it be? Who do we want it to be? The answer for who it is, St. Louis pulls off the shocking upset, the shocking comeback against Steve Yzerman and the Detroit Red Wings. Are the Sens making the playoffs next year? Probably not. There you go, Sens fans. I'm rooting for you. It is Sharks and Blues Western Conference Final in 1999 as the Red Wings blew it. They absolutely had St. Louis dead to rights. And to be honest, I probably would have preferred to play them because they have some depth issues. It also would have been us against Pat Falloon. But Steve Yzerman, some of these other veterans, including Byron Defoe in goal, that is not who we are playing. We are playing this St. Louis Blues team. You know what? We've done a good job of shutting down Solani. We shut down Calgary. I don't know if we can shut down the dynamic duo of Craig Janney and Brett Hull. Fuck. Freaking Nelson Emerson there too. Rob Lang. Defensively, Brett Hedican and Jeff Bukaboom, Darian Hatcher and Paul Cavallini, Adam Burt, and Ulf Samuelsson. Goaltenders. We knew if this team were to ever make a final, it would never be easy. Never, ever. We have constructed this team with one purpose in mind, to win a cup. But that Blues top line is doing what that Blues top line does. Cujo's been very strong. We're further than we've ever been. We keep making progress year after year. It's game 1 in San Jose against the Blues. First period. 3-1 Sharks. How do you like that? Uladin kicks off the scoring, but then it's a power play goal for Bure. You got Datsuk and Barnaby, who has been stealthily great for us this postseason. 3-1 at the end of 1 here in game 1. Second period. Jeff Brown, Pavel Bure, Pavel Datsyuk. God damn it. 6-1 Sharks. We go to the third. Travis Green, 7-1. Tony Granato. Tony Granato. Oh, 9 goals was where you pulled Cujo. One of the most dominant playoff games in the history of the NHL. Your final score, San Jose 11, St. Louis 1. Have we ever scored 11 goals in a playoff game? Holy shit. And they scored first. We scored 11 unanswered goals over the course of a game. Tony Granato, dude. If we win this cup, he goes down as maybe the best deadline acquisition in the history of any franchise mode we've ever done. And that says a lot. All 3 members of the second line had 5 points in that game. And frickin' Jim Carey, dude. Jim Carey. And there's the bad news. We do lose Sandish Ozolinsh to injury. Now, it's bad news because Sandish is awesome. It is good news, or at least I can find the positive. It makes room for Zdeno Chara to go to the second line, and Chara gets +5 with Jeff Brown. So if there was anybody on the team to get injured, literally it would be Ozolinsh or Doug Gilmour, who would be my choice. This is going to result in Tom Pody making his NHL debut to step in. That's a lot of letters. Thank you for the follow, though. So we do lose Ozelinch. And what we're going to have... Ooh, no, we're not actually going to do that. We are just going to have Pody outright replace Ozelinch. It's not great chemistry on that third pairing, but I mean, Christ, what else can we really do? It's the third pair. I guess I can check to see if there is somebody better than Tom Pody. But it would be Tamander or fucking Tony Ludman. Honestly, let's check. Let's check. Why not? Take out Tom Pody. Is there anybody who fits on that line after devastating the Blues in Game 1? We're having to make our first lineup changes of the playoffs. Tamander's a -1. Tony Ludman is also... God, it might have to be Jamie McCown. Shit. We don't have a great fit for a left-handed shot. I mean, we could play Randy Mahler or Mattress. I know it's Nattress, but I gotta call him Mattress. Is McCown a fit to play with Brian Rafalski? Can anybody at least not be a negative chemistry player? Jamie McCown? Nope, he's the worst of the bunch. Shit. What are we gonna do as far as defense is concerned? Righty on the right side. All these guys are going to be righties on the right side, yeah. What is the answer here? I think I might have a dumb answer. I might. What if we go with, like, Ian LePerriere? Well, Ian LePerriere will be a righty. That doesn't help. Who are the lefties on the team? Mark Savard, Damon Lankow. What if we run, like, Mark Savard or Damon Lankow? What if we run a forward on defense? I want to avoid that negative chemistry. It's been working. What if we run Mark Savard on defense? Nope. What if we run Damon Lankow on defense? I mean, not as bad as Jamie McCown. There's got to be somebody that fits to avoid a frickin' minus, because I need Brian Rafalski to play. There's got to be somebody. But whomst among us can be that player? Pavel Demitra? Sergei Brelin? Can it be one of you two? I just need somebody that fits that third pair, please. I don't want to jeopardize the run. Sergei Brelin, you were teammates with him. You do it. Let's see, Pavel Demitra? Not bad. What about Brelin? Oh, come on! Somebody has to be able to do this. I fucking hate it here. Football? Can football do it? Football! He's our guy. He's got to be. Right? John Madden's got to be the guy. He's got to be. Come on, John. Save the day. Save the city. With the power of football. John Madden. Former Devil. With Brian Rafalski. Former Devil. Come on, football! -5. All right, Stefan Yell. I'm going to yell if I cannot find a player whose chemistry works. Loxonen. I'm just gonna have to. I think it's gonna be Pavel Demitra on a -1. That's looking like our situation. But I'm going to stay toxically determined. Brent Ashton, Steve Correa, Hubie McDonough. Somebody. Come on. We're this invested, goddammit. Somebody's got to work. What about Brent Ashton? -5. Well, it's not going to be him. What about Steve Correa? -3. Now, the other option is to play Zdeno Chara on the third pairing still, because someone else might be a better fit, but I want that other +5. Hence the stubbornness. However, the stubbornness is not paying off in the slightest. I don't know if you've noticed. Phil Bourque. You're my last hope, or it's going to be Pavel Demitra as a -1. Can't you just double shift Chara? You know, a double shift option might not be the worst idea either. That might actually be the play. Fuck it. Chris Pronger, you're playing twice, buddy. There you go. There you go. I tried, but you know what? Chris Pronger can play 40 minutes a night. He's fine. There we go. And then we'll just have to fix the AHL. Wait, who the hell? Oh, I still have to call somebody up. All right, well, we'll just leave. We'll just leave Phil Bourque here and let Pavel Demitra go play in the Calder Cup playoffs because that team's in the final. Anyway, yeah, redo those lines. And Chris Pronger, you're playing twice, pal. 11-1 in game 1. Tony Granato at nearly a goal a game. We finally go to game 2. Liquid IV was invented back then, right? Smelling salts, he'll be fine. When was the NHL's... Hold on. When was the NHL's first steroid suspension? Sean Hill in 2007. Oh, we're fine then. Pronger's already on the gas. You know it, so we're good. Game 2, first period. 1-1. Peter Forsberg and the Golden Brett. I mean, we knew Brett Hull would score in this series. Second period. 3-2. Ulanen scored first, but then it's Pavel Datsyuk and Pavel Bure. We're up by 1. Much closer game, obviously. Wayne Gretzky. 4-2 against his former team. Mark Messier. 5-2. 16 goals in 2 games. Sutter makes it 5-3. Carey has looked human. Hull's made it close. But it's too little too late. Even when Jim Carey looks human. The San Jose Sharks are 2 wins away from going to their first Stanley Cup final. We have scored 16 goals in 2 games. And it might be Quebec. They're up 2-0. Technically, it's Colorado at this point. I just can't reorganize the divisions. Game 3. Game 3. Conger bumped a line and made sure the Blues didn't come back. First period. 1-1. Jeff Bukaboom and Sergei Zubov. Each team's top line right defender. Top pair. Second period, 2-1 Sharks. Pavel Datsyuk on the power play. Wayne Gretzky. Travis Green. The San Jose Sharks are 1 win away from making it to the Cup final. We built this team with one goal in mind, the controversial moves of Patrick Waugh, Rob Blake, Paul Kariya. We're 1 win away from making it to the Stanley Cup final. We've seen our AHL team win 3 titles in a row. Can I triple shift Chris Pronger? Oh, this is the only thing that could have really cost us. Fuck. Ozolinsh and Chara both out. Chara, who's taking Ozolinsh's job next year, should we not win. It's going to be Tom Poti and Matthias Tamander getting the call-ups. That is rough. That is incredibly rough. Poti's not a good fit. I gotta go best lines. That's gonna fuck up the power play, though. God damn it. Well, Tamander, you're not playing. We're double shifting. Unless you're a better fit here. Tamander's gonna play with Brown on that second pairing, and then Pronger will still be double shifted. Because I don't want to have to change up all the power play lines to make things happen, because our power play lines have been fucking outrageously good. Yeah. So Pronger will still play twice. Tom Poti's going down, and Matthias Tamander gets the call. We go to game 4. Can you dress them but still double shift? I'm pretty sure it forces you to put them in the lineup if they're dressed. Game 4. We are 1 win away from making it to the finals. Injury be damned. Can we seal the deal despite said injuries? First period. 2-0 Sharks. Gretzky and Forsberg. Second period, 3-0 Sharks. Gretzky again. This time on the power play. Bookaboom gets one back. Can we see it through? Power play for the Blues. Nothing happening. Moments away. Tamander! Of all players to score in this game, Matthias Tamander and the San Jose Sharks, for the first time in franchise history, are going to go to the Stanley Cup final. All of those aggressive moves, including throughout the season, and they have paid off. And honestly, those Blues jerseys that they're showing up already work out perfectly. Somehow, some way, we are going to sweep St. Louis.
Late goings of this third period of play. For those of you just tuning in now, better late than never.
Gretzky's return led to this. He wins the draw. Chris Pronger turns it over, bumps his man off the puck. We are on the power play. Bure to Tony Granato. Jeff Brown. What a save, Jesus. Granato tried to go in front. Ooh, didn't know where to go. Pronger to Gretzky. Gretzky to Granato. Bure, another save by Cujo. Another shot. Hit his own man. Brown shoots it wide. The Blues under siege. Shot from the point is blocked. Look at this power play go to work. Brown to Bure. Blocked again. Cujo's exhausted, but his misery is nearly over. The San Jose Sharks will go to the final.
There's the horn, and they're moving on. You know, this was anybody's series going in, but the better team asserted themselves, and here they are, conference champions.
Oh my God. I think I said 10-2 before previously because my brain was roasted. I was thinking like 12 wins, just 2 losses en route to the final. 4 wins away.
Next up, it's the Stanley Cup.
Captain Pronger, hands off.
We
are 4 wins away. from getting it done. We said that tonight could be the night, that this could be the run.
An exciting night of hockey, and for all of us here at EA Sports, including Dan,
And here we are.
Natalia, all in the truck. I'm James. She's Cheryl. Good night.
A sweep of the St. Louis Blues, a dominant Game 4. Who will it be in the final? New Jersey staves off a sweep. Will it be Colorado? Yes, it will. For the Stanley Cup final, San Jose and Colorado, aka Quebec. For the Calder Cup, one more time, baby. Kansas City and Adirondack. I think that's their 4th time meeting in the final. It's at least their 3rd. It might be the 4th time that we've played Adirondack for the Calder Cup. We won 50 games this season. Colorado won 60. We have been on an unbelievable run. Arizona, Calgary, St. Louis. And now there is one more to go to prove that tonight was indeed the run. Look at this team. Despite the injuries. Forsberg, 13 points in 14 games. We gave up Paul Correa, who we're about to play in the final. We'll see if that was the right choice. Wayne Gretzky at 38 years old. Nearly an assist per game. He's cooked after this, though. Like, this is it. This is his last hurrah. He's declining in player role. He went from a first liner to a third liner throughout the year. Like, he's about cooked. Pavel Bure. Not quite as many goals as I was hoping for the postseason, but he continues to be a playoff performer, to say the least. Patrick Elias, only 2 goals, but he's well over a point per game. We're fine with that. We know his shot isn't his strong suit, despite Silver Schneip. Pavel Datsyuk, he's the heir apparent. He's going to be the guy on this team. And right now, he's doing great. And then Tony Granato, one of the best deadline acquisitions we've ever had. He's been so good. Mark Messier on the 3rd line. That's what we wanted. Don't be bad defensively and contribute offensively. Cameron, indeed. This could line up perfectly with Gretzky's retirement. Dougie Gilmour has been a bit of a no-show. And maybe we go with Mark Savard. Mike Gartner as well. Bit of a no-show. Scott Thornton's been awesome as a 4th liner. Travis Green, awesome. Matthew Barnaby, stellar. I'm not changing anything about the lines, but if we get in trouble, it's Gilmour and Gartner on the chopping block. Defensively, Pronger playing 28 minutes a night. Absolute monster. Sergei Zubov, the right fit instead of Rob Blake. Matthias Tamander was playing very well in the AHL playoffs. Had a great game. Great game 4 against St. Louis. Jeff Brown, he's been awesome. It would have been such a mistake to trade him. And then Brian Rafalski hasn't done much offensively, but that's okay. That's not your job. Shut shit down. That is your job. Speaking of shutting shit down, it'll go down as one of the best goaltending performances of all time if he completes this run. The net detective, Jim Carey, once a Shark, went to Detroit, comes back. Wasn't great in the regular season once we got him, but he has been ungodly in these playoffs. And obviously, the big injury right now to Zdeno Chara. He's been great, but look at that. Ozelinch, very nearly back. I think we'll still double shift Pronger once Ozelinch is back. The only thing that'll stop us from double shifting is once Chara is healthy. Colorado, as we'll call them based on the time frame. We know they're going to be good because we pulled off a big deal with them in the preseason. Their top line, Paul Correa, Will we regret the Paul Correa trade, or will it go down as the smartest move we could have made? That is the question. He has been unreal. Absolutely thriving on that team. He and Bure both improved being away from one another. I picked Bure over Correa. Burnaby Joe. 19 points in 17 games for Sakic. And Ray Shepard, 15 in 17 for the veteran. Second line, the former Shark, Johan Garpenlov, 10 points. Of course, he hasn't been on this team in a long while. Matt Sundin never goes to Toronto in this timeline. He is still absolutely phenomenal. And Owen Nolan. Yet to be a Shark, obviously. Third line, Mike Ricci. Yet to be a Shark. 12 points this postseason. He absolutely sucked for us last year, but apparently Terry Yake loves life at altitude. Fuck you, fuckboy. Playing that well. Terry Yake, what do you even look like? I don't like you. What do you even look like? I'm going to pronounce it Terry Yake. God damn it, Terry. You look like a Terrence. Bastard. Anyway. And former Shark Rob Goodrow. Two of the best players that started on our roster. Garpenlov and Goodrow both on this team. The fourth line. I repeat. The fourth line. Valerie Kamensky. Bob Probert, who has 56 penalty minutes in the playoffs. And Marty Rachinsky. Here's the thing. Probert might cost him. More on that in a second. The defense, Steve Duchesne and Gord Murphy. Second pairing, Dan McGillis alongside Adam Foote. And the third pair, Kalle Johansson with Brad Shaw, JBL himself. The goaltender is Stefan Fisette, who has been outrageous. Here's the great equalizer to deal with that stellar of a team, because there's no denying both of our teams are absolutely fucking stacked. Our power play has been awesome. It has to be. 28%. 15 power play goals on 53 attempts. If, because we can look at times shorthanded. If the Avalanche continue to be the second most penalized team, look at what we did to St. Louis. Colorado has to stay out of the box. That is our key here. The Stanley Cup Final. In terms of the ratings, they're better on offense and in goal. We're better on defense. Sharks and Avs for the Cup. Game 1. Let's do it. Is this the run? Is this the night? First period, 1-1. Matt Sundin and Peter Forsberg. Now on opposite sides. Still scoring. Second period, 2-1 Sharks. Power play goal for Pavel Bure. We go to the third, up by 1. We said our power play would make them pay, and that was the case. Scott Thornton. Depth scoring. 3-1 Sharks. Patrick Elias shorthanded. Mike Ricci gets one back on the power play. 3 minutes. The San Jose Sharks take game 1 on the road. Jim Carrey. The greatest actor, the greatest goalie of our time. took the Pims? Dan McGillis got in a fight. Foot and Nolan. New emote texted. The cliffhanger, not bad. No cliffhangers today, baby. No cliffhangers today. I was hoping we'd have a healthy defense. Still no Ozelinch for game number 2. We have still only lost twice this postseason. I can't imagine we'll make it through the series without at least a couple against Colorado for how strong of a team they are. First period of game 2, 1-0 Avs, Johan Garpenloff, the former Shark. Second period, 2-2. JBL made it 2-0, but it's Gretzky and Pronger to tie the game. We go to the third period. They've outplayed us this game. Carey's holding on. Avs got to stay disciplined. Power play for them. No dice. 7 minutes. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And for the first time, all playoffs. I mean, in terms of a winning situation, we go to overtime. We go to overtime here in game number 2. We didn't have those jerseys yet, so let's rock what would have been the away jerseys. It's weird it didn't give the Avs the old school. We had one overtime loss earlier. Did we? Yeah, we had an overtime loss, but we didn't jump in to watch it, right? Is what I'm referring to. In terms of like watching games and important playoff games, stuff like that.
For
It's gonna be some fucking late night pro clubs, goddamn. Game 2. Overtime, we're looking to take a 2-0 series lead. Who's gonna win it? Forsberg. To Gretzky. What could be his final playoff series? Pronger wins the foot race. Zubov to Gretzky. Gretzky to Bure. Bure saved by Facet. We are going to set this team to be aggressive. We want to win. Forsberg. Sends one low off the side of the net. Bure to the point. One-timer in the air. And Facet found it. That was a weird one. Nearly worked out. Elias, Datsuk, Renato out against Korea, Sakic, and Shepard. Datsuk. Can he win this draw? No, we can't. Sakic, a big win. Duchesne, quick out to Korea. The former Shark. Korea. Can't get the shot off. Shut down by Jeff Brown. Pavel Datsuk. Datsuk makes a move. The Magic Man can't hold on to it. Sakic. Tired legs up ahead to Shepard. Shepard, toe drag shot, and Carey is there to save. The top D pair back out there. Saves early on for both goalies. You got Garpenloff, Sundin, and Nolan out. Datsuk win this face-off. No, we can't. We can't trust him on draws. Glove save for Carey. Plays it out to Zubov, who draws the trip. It's Garpenloff. Secret Agent Garpenloff. Oh, baby. This top power play gets to go to work. Johan Garpenloff to the box. 29% on the power play this postseason. Gretzky on the draw. Can't win it. As we continue to struggle to win faceoffs in this overtime. Terry Yake, the former Shark. Shot stopped by Carey. Puck recovered. Zubov. Gonna carry in. Turns it over. Bure recovers. Shot on. Stopped. Adam Foote. Turns it over. Forsberg to Gretzky. Zubov can't get the shot off. Too many moves. Pronger quickly to Zubov. Peter Forsberg. To Gretzky. Broken up. Steve Duchesne. Can't clear. What hops? Foot settles it down. And we'll get the first unit out of there. There's Pavel Datsyuk. A little bit of trouble. Trying to hold on to this puck. The Avs can't clear. Datsyuk still mucking it up. Around the back of the net. Adam Foote finds Mike Ricci. Gets it back to the neutral zone to Mandarin on the power play because of the Chara injury. Tony Granato can't get a shot off. Dude, in game we suck on the power play, but sim-wise we're ridiculous. Carrier, he's exhausted. Finds Ricci. What a save by Carey. Best chance of this power play belongs to the Avs. Granato looking. Granato glove save. Fi set. Both goalies. Some big time stops here. Fucking yikes. What a chance they just had. Fucking yikes. Sundin on the draw for them. He's out there with Bob Probert. Another face-off one. They've won every draw in the overtime. Murphy hit. Loose puck. Gretzky. Zubov. Glove save. Set. Puck held in. Pavel Bure skated right into the goalie and didn't make a move. Murphy trying to clear. Probert is able to force the Sharks to reset. Bure panicked. 10 seconds on the man advantage. Forsberg glove save. Set. It's not Fisset. It was Fisset. Fuck you. That's how Gary Thorne pronounced it. And I will not sit here and have someone say that Gary Thorne was wrong.
The Avs get a hold of the puck in their own end.
Gary Thorne knows French better than anybody else. So fuck you. Fuck Stefan Fisset. And Michael Backlund. Allegedly, Gary Thorne was wrong. Gary Thorne's never been wrong once. Patrick Elias. Datsyuk. Save by Stephanie. Oh, smash the net. Aggressive face-off, right? I mean, what else can we do? Now would be a great time for Mike Gartner to show up. He's kind of struggled.
The Avs win the draw here in their own.
Elio Hansen. Damn it. Maria, it's now Doug Gilmour. Speaking of struggle in the playoffs. Gilmour dumps it in. JBL finds Shepard. Shepard to Johansson. Stopped by Carey. That first unit back out there. That's all we can do. Run them to the wheels fall off. They're looking to do the same thing with their first line. Gretzky wins the draw. Zubov to Bure. Finds Forsberg. Whoa, the resub is Forsberg. Put himself offside.
Highly unnecessary.
That was the Patriots jacket, and of course he's been asked to leave the ball game for ruining a good piece of pizza.
Good piece of pizza. Thank you for the 37 months. As Granato draws a call again, it's Garpenloff. For the second time in this overtime, Garpenloff to the box. What are you doing, sir? Don't worry, I see you. The resub from one, or not even the resub. I was gonna say the resub from Molo. The sub from Kenobi, who got tired of the ads. Fair play. Fair play. Thank you very much, and a big shout out to one Nicky Moose. All right, Forsberg has the puck in space. Nicky, thank you for the raid. Bure can't get the shot off. You got to be joking. Nicky, thank you very much for the raid. How'd the stream go? You caught us at an interesting time. I can explain this whole scenario once Sergei Zubov starts his own space program. Jesus, I know it deflected, but my God. This is the Stanley Cup final. We're up 1-0. Using a database that starts in 1992-93. using Custom League Franchise. It's a database you can download. If you have an Xbox Series X or S, God, their shorthanded bids are so scary. Highly recommended. Check out Snipe and Score Productions on YouTube for all the information on this roster file. It is amazing. It is incredible. We got Datsuk on the draw. We're technically, 7 years in? We're in 1999. Trying to win our first cup. Eliash gets hit. There we go. Pronger. Man, we are really struggling to keep possession here. Yake turns it over. Datsuk to Eliash. Eliash to Datsuk. He went to the backhand. I can't believe Eliash didn't shoot that. What a keep. What a keep. Eliash. Granado. What a save. Zubov. Eliash. Another save. Fucking Fi-Set, Fise, whatever you prefer. And start pledging allegiance to him. Oh, say, can you see? Oh my God, the saves. We got Forsberg, Gretzky, and Bure back out there. Gretzky can't win it, but we are going to get possession. Pronger was going backwards. We're going to lose full pressure the second we got it. That's a heartbreaker. Zubov to Bure. Trying to hold on. Bure draws a trip, the third penalty of this overtime for the Avs. Kalle Johansson. What the hell is with their lack of discipline? I always feel like if we're in the cup final in overtime, I should turn penalties off because, yeah. Pat Sundin taking the draw for the Avs against Wayne Gretzky. And Sundin wins it. McGillis to Murphy. And he clears. We got 34 seconds of 5-on-3. Pronger. Oh, they went aggressive. It's Zubov. Sergei Zubov over Bure. Save off the goal line. Puck held in. Maybe. McGillis gets it out.
Dumps it into the ozone.
This is insane. Zubov having trouble with McGillis. Here's Bure in space. Bure, Forsberg, save again.
The Sharks will play for
Forsberg to the point. Zubov stopped. Bure to Forsberg. Zubov denied again. Owen Nolan dumps it in. Bure.
Working the puck deep inside their own end.
Now Zubov up to the middle. It's Gretzky. Hit at the line, but onside. Pavel Bure. Forsberg save. Rebound. Bure had nowhere to go. Adam Foote clears it out. We'll get fresh legs out there. We got 40 seconds left of power play time. What a feed to Granado. Tony Granado. Granado looking. Doesn't get the shot off, or it just went right back. Joe Sakic now. Sakic saved by Carey. Loose puck. Datsuk saves the day. Now to Granado. Granado can't hold. Eliash. Eliash. Jeff Brown. It's blocked. Open space for Sakic. He'll dump it in. Commander bumped off by Sakic. Datsuk finds Brown. Now to Granado. Nearly back to even strength. Jeff Brown. Over the line. Can't hold it. We are back to 5-on-5. Johansson out of the box. Can't get around the defense. He is Commander. Again, in because of our injury to Zdeno Chara. Commander has trouble. Shepard with a bit of space. That's back. Finds Paul Correa. Correa, what a block. Correa still has space. Sakic, he's tired. Correa to Shaw. Correa to Shepard. Glove save, Carey. This is insane. What a goaltending back and forth.
This is a face-off. They'll definitely want to win here inside the offense.
And it's just game 2. Face-off one for the Avs. Johansson blocked. Shepard to Sakic. Johansson deflects away. Sakic getting up slow. He's exhausted. Shepard, a good save by Carey. He's tired. Up the ice now, Peter Forsberg. Forsberg looking, the windmill. Gretzky, it's blocked. Wayne doesn't get there. Sakic loses it. Forsberg loses it. Sakic denied. These goaltenders, my God. Gretzky to Pavel Bure. Bure looking. Bure shooting. Save, scores! Peter Forsberg on the rebound. The San Jose Sharks 2 wins away from their first ever cup. It's the former Av, Peter Forsberg, with the dagger. We're going to San Jose with a 2-0 lead.
This is a real tough play for a goaltender to get a read on, James. You're in that inner slot.
As just barely out-dueling, I think it was Kalle Johansson. Perfect placement for Pavel Bure. Pev, thank you very much for the follow. Fucking whether or not you prefer Ficette, Fise, God, call him what you will. He couldn't make that final save. The defender had to make the play and he couldn't. Both goaltenders up there in terms of saves. But it was right here, the low shot by Bure. And it was Johansson who had been out there for a while. It went off of his stick. And Forsberg, obviously a pretty shit shot animation. Off the skate. That puck was going through the crease. I heard Fise and Ficette. We'll see, there you go. I'm telling you. Don't blame me because I grew up watching ESPN hockey and they didn't know how to pronounce names because they still don't know how to fucking pronounce names. I'll take Gary Thorne's word over his. I could have his parents tell me directly how to say his name. Doesn't matter. You're not Gary Thorne. Fuck you. The Mandish is healthy for game number 3. Tamander, you have been a lovely substitute into this lineup. But the Mandish is coming back. No doubt about it. Sandish, welcome back. We go to game number 3. Up 2-0 in the series. First period, double pronger because Chara's hurt. We don't have a suitable replacement. First period, 2-0 Sharks. Gretzky and Forsberg, the top line, delivers. Second period. Well, this series is not over. Carey allows 3 in less than 5 minutes. Hold for Legacy, who also allows goals to Probert and Correa. We did have goals from Bure and Granato. It's 5-4 Colorado. Ow. It's not over. It is not over. Mike Gartner shows up. Make it 5-5. 6-5 Colorado. Steve Duchesne. Shit. Are the Avs going to hand us just our 3rd loss of this postseason? The answer is yes. Joe Sakic seals the deal with an empty netter. 7-5, the final. Colorado makes Jim Carey look human for the first time all playoffs. And the series lead is down to 1 game. Again, there was no way we were going to sweep a team that good. There was just no way. I didn't think it would happen like that. But this is dangerous because the home team has lost every game so far. We need to find a way to snap that streak, and clearly Manny Legacy is not going to be the backup goalie anymore. Let's bring in Mike Dunham. I'm not changing anything about the lineups. Pronger is still being double shifted. It's just Ozolinsh came in for Commander. That was the only change. Game 4, man. I mean, these guys have earned the trust. They have earned the opportunity. And we defend home ice here. First period, 1-0 Avs. Dude, this series is not over. Ray Shepherd. Second period, 2-0 Avs. Shepherd again. 34 shots to 14, yet we trail 2-0. Third period. This is scary. This is real scary. Dude, we are fucking dominating. But it does not matter. There we go. Pavel Bure gets one. 4, 3, 2, 1. Too little. Too late. Bob Probert's empty net goal seals the deal. The home team has lost every game so far in this series. It is now a best of 3. And that might just be series over. Pavel Datsyuk is done for the postseason. Chara's still out. Now Datsyuk is out. Okay. Well, we know the changes have to happen. We've been forced into them. First and foremost, I hate to do it, but Doug Gilmour has been a complete non-factor this postseason. As I threw out there before, he will be replaced by Mark Savard. In terms of who replaces Pavel Datsyuk, that is going to be Damon Lankow, who fits the player type that we need. There is also the potential of replacing Mike Gartner. We don't really have anybody that fits the bill there. Gilmour would get a boost by being the second line center, but I just don't trust him at this point. What can I say? So on that second line, because we're sticking with the player types, Damon Lankow, second line. Mark Savard will be on the third. Keeps the +5 on the third line with Messier, Savard, and Gartner. Elias Lankow Granado is still very solid. Defense stays the same. And Jim Carey will still be the starter. Again, our AHL team is in the frickin' Calder Cup final. It's been a complete oversight. It's a 2-2 split. We got a game 5. Still no Chara. I think he was out for the entire deal anyway. I think there's going to be no healthy comeback. So Damon Lankow and Mark Savard. A very interesting spot for those two. Carey still gets the start in an incredibly important Game 5. Will the home team losing trend continue? First period. 2-0 Sharks, Chris Pronger and Pavel Bure. Needed that. Second period. Garpenloff, Ruchinski twice, and Pavel Bure might not have been the right guy to keep. Maybe we should have kept Paul Correa. 4-3 Colorado as we go to the third. 5-3 Colorado. It's Owen Nolan. Messier gets one back. Who will have a chance to win the cup? Game 6 in San Jose at 6-4 Avs. Have they solved the Jim Carrey? Case closed on the net detective. The Colorado Avalanche have won 3 in a row and are 1 win away from winning the Stanley Cup. Seven, 5, 3-1, and 6-4. It's got to be Dunham. Although he has 2 appearances this postseason and he's been horrific. Fuck. It does feel like they've solved Carey. The only other real alternative is either Manny Legacy or Cristobal Huet, and Huet is not exactly setting the world on fire in the Calder Cup playoffs. Shit, dude. We're up 2-0 in the series, and now our backs are against the wall. Legacy has 2 appearances this postseason. He's been tragic. Same for Mike Dunham. Got to be Carey. Even if they've solved him. He's the reason we're here. He's the reason we're here. It's going to be Carey for Game 6. Again, I wish I could see stats per series. One change that I am going to make is I am going to sacrifice the power play by going best lines. And that's going to get Tamander in there. We're not going to double shift Pronger. Although you could argue we should double shift Pronger and Zubov. I mean, they have the endurance, don't they? 89 and 90. Gonna double shift Pronger and Zubov. Out of pure desperation. Be honest. We're going to double shift the first line as well. Crazy as it is. We need our top players out there as much as possible. At the very least, make them like the 4th line option. Was that a higher... Oh, it's a +2 regardless. We're double shifting all of our top players. Sorry to Mark Savard, but... Oh, Crash was right, though. You actually can leave them as available and just not factor them in. Who knew? Game 6. Season's on the line. First period. 1-0 Avs. The former Shark, Terry Yake. Next, you're going to tell me it's Yake. Second period. 2-1 Sharks. Jeff Brown. Peter Forsberg. Keep our season alive. The cup is in the building, but only one team can win it, and it's not us. Can we force a Game 7? Kalle Johansson ties the game. Joe Sakic gives them the lead. Under 5 minutes to go. Are the Avalanche about to win the cup? Have we been sunk primarily by injuries? Chara was one thing. Losing Pavel Datsyuk. I just accidentally called her timeout because I was spamming the up button. Pavel Bure. Pavel Bure. What a fucking save. At the point. Pronger. Bure. They're moving too fast for their own good. Here's Shepard. Shepard. Saved by Carey. He holds on. And now's the time. All out.
I can even figure this one out, James. You don't have to be an analytic genius to figure out who scores the goals on this team. And I'm telling you right now, this is happening.
Face off one. McGillis just missed. Rebound. Korea over. They score.
Everyone is so focused on the puck carrier below the goal line that they
Ray Shepard
He is net front. He is creeping.
adds to the lead.
To make himself available for that one-time shot. When he gets it, he makes
We were
no
up
mistake.
2-0 in the series. Yet it looks like the Avs are going to win 4 in a row and win the Stanley Cup. We got so far, but choosing Pavel Bure over Paul Kariya might be a regret of mine for a long time.
The centerman glide into position.
This team is going to change a lot, presumably, with retirements, should we have to run another season.
The Sharks win the draw.
Pronger to Zubov, nowhere to go.
Control of it.
Shepard,
Along the half wall.
we got the insurance tally. Korea's denied. Shepard to Sakic, another save. It's open season on the front of the goal right now. McGillis to Murphy, another save. Shepard to Sakic, poked away, and Sakic stopped again. What a flurry. We were, under siege is a fucking understatement. Second line's out, full pressure here for Colorado. We're doing the draw. Elias to Pronger. Zubov to Damon Langkow, had to make his debut in unfortunate circumstances. In front to Zubov, great save. Battle. Colorado comes up with it. Nolan can't hold, nor can Sundin. 3 minutes left. Murphy. Intercepted by Granato. Been relatively quiet in this particular series. He dumps it in. McGillis. Sundin to Garpenloff, the former Shark. You heard me say that before. God, losing to this team's going to suck. Brown intercepted by Sundin. Renato can't dump it in. Sakic avoids pressure. Sakic to McGillis, blocked. Shepard to McGillis, somehow doesn't go. Shepard to Sakic, another great save. Ozelinch. Harry plays it out to Brown. Forsberg. Offside. Did I use my timeout already? If I did, our team's just going to be exhausted. It is what it is. Yeah, we did technically use it.
The goaltender, they have to have have talent. They have to have mobility. They have to be able to track the puck, but they have to have a willingness to find it and fight for any second.
Very,
That's exactly what happens
very
here.
close.
Out-battling, out-willing, and you make the save.
For the goal to seal the deal. 2:08 left. We're down by 2 now.
Lead at 4-2. Slides in.
Colorado comes up with it.
After the centerman tied him up.
Garpenloff poked away. Here's Pavel Bure.
Poked the puck away.
Bure gets cleaned out. Jesus Christ.
And he takes the
Pack
pass.
your bags, buddy. Garpenloff scores.
What a finish on the play.
The Colorado Avalanche are going to win 4 in a row and claim their first Stanley Cup
Oh, I just love this power move, James.
in franchise history.
Level and the will to want to drive the net. You have to shield, but you also have to have your head up and know exactly where your teammate
I
is.
really, really thought we had this. Up 2-0 in the series.
Tonight, still showing no signs of let up here in this third.
I thought for sure that we had this. Can't even go best lines. Tried to, wouldn't let me. That's what it is.
Had such an impressive performance, James. It's been dominant in all areas of the ice, and there's been no lag or no let up. The message has been clear by the coaching staff as well as everyone on the bench. Keep pushing.
Pronger to Forsberg. Forsberg can't get it to Bure.
Huge steal in his own end.
Garpenloff loses it. Gretzky save. It could be Gretzky's last game.
To keep it out. And some smart heads-up defensive play by Sundin. He carries the puck up.
Nolan
the wing. Here's
taken away by Zubov. Now Pronger.
battle along the wall.
Colorado scored 2 goals since we jumped in.
Along the boards.
Sundin
Somehow he
can't make it 3 there.
made the stop on the
Gretzky's exhausted.
You have to be quick in your crease if you want to be able to deny low zone shots. He does that perfectly as he's tight.
Zubov to Forsberg. Nowhere to go.
knocked away by foot. Colorado's in now.
So close.
And mercifully down to seconds left in this.
But we run into a buzzsaw of a team
Way to block that.
right at the end.
Sharks gain possession. Colorado's grabbed a hold of the puck.
Off the post.
Turns him away. Sends it to the middle. He scores! What a play!
That's a beautiful finish, but I'm telling you, he's got to go over to his teammate and say thank you very much for that beautiful pass. I mean, it was placed perfectly on his stick.
I think I can do the Twitch payout now, right?
But he could collect it, and he found a way to put it home.
The Avalanche haven't looked this sharp offensively in quite some time.
That
They continue to attack.
is a really, really tough way for the run.
To open lanes to get the puck.
To end.
Yeah, this has been a great, entertaining game, James.
Cutting to the front of the
A
net.
lot of former Sharks on that Avs team.
Puck along the wall. Makes the save.
But we ran out of steam.
Forcing a
They
stop.
solved Carey. Let's be honest, the Datsuk injury.
Building out on display, and when you look
The
at
Datsuk
it,
injury pretty much killed us.
really surreal, and I've had the opportunity to look at it and yes, drink
Who knows what would have happened Game 5, Game 6 had we not lost Datsuk, but that was just a bridge too far.
San Jose's got the puck after winning the defensive zone faceoff.
Our fourth liners out there. Barnaby
Murphy's got
fighting. Scores.
and look at
Matthew Barnaby adds one late.
Barrage of counters, and this is exactly what needed to happen. They were scored on, they respond quickly, and they find themselves in a favorable spot.
Colorado's
Make it what, 6-3?
offense tonight, and they lead here late in this third period.
Carr's been out since what, round 2?
Avs take control of the faceoff.
Maybe round 3 against the Blues. We lost him and Datsuk.
Got the puck along the wall.
Season-ending injuries.
And he uses his reach to disrupt the play. The Sharks grab possession. of the
Christ, maybe we should have run the fourth line more. They got good energy.
pass to Thornton. Have you met Lord Staley? Well, you're about to hear as they
The
are
Avs will get their first title.
prize in hockey.
We'll get Wayne out there for one more face-off. It could be the final face-off
The Avs have been a lot of fun
of the great one's career.
offensive scoring chances, and they have
Takes it against Joe Sakic, who's about to raise the cup. Colorado wins it.
Combination of stars, grinders, role players, they've all come together and have completed the dream of winning.
So close, yet so far.
Their role to the best of their ability to be able to hoist the cup. How many players play an entire career and never get this moment? You need to savor it, embrace it, and they'll never forget it.
That's such a tough way for this to end, as Paul Kariya wins the Conn Smythe Trophy against the team that just traded him less than a year ago. It was the right call to keep Bure until it wasn't. Kariya, Gretzky, and who knows on the right. Looks like it might have been the right call. But then again, the Avs, if they still had Forsberg, they could have beaten us anyway. Joe Sakic raises the Stanley Cup. Colorado Avalanche are champions for the first time in this timeline. They give it to Kariya second, I might cry. Yeah, they gave it to Owen Nolan at least. Fuck.
There's a physical price to be paid to win the Stanley Cup.
Such a fucking good run, man. Such a good run.
And the entire team garners energy off each and every hit. He was so effective when it came to his physical game.
And go to Adam Foote.
You know, he's not going to get the headlines or all the fanfare, but they don't win without his contribution.
No, they don't, James. I mean, the water bugs, they got to be moving and they got to be creating energy, and that's exactly what he did, all while contributing at the same time. Let's face it, you need
Adam Foote, the water bug, eh?
Final, and he provided it.
By the way, again, those Avs jerseys with the blue pants, perfect. Except the road jersey, no blue pants. Looks like shit. That's right, I said.
Oh, smiles here.
I didn't even see who they gave it to.
Well, yeah, and there's a reason why everyone
Is it Sundin?
No,
Sundin. There you go.
Everyone touch the cup. Why? Because no matter
Stanley Cup champion Matt Sundin. Avs win 4 in a row to claim the Stanley Cup.
And they're going to huddle up as a team and get one last picture with the Stanley Cup.
Commemorative photo. And I'm telling you, this is going to last. This party's going to go right to the dressing room. You can see them hugging. They're smiling. They're crying. Families around. I mean, this is the moment that you dreamed of. You got to soak it all up.
Cheryl, this is going past the dress.
They do need to update the animation of that and have the players be a little bit more animated. Like, you watch, like, you know, when Florida just took their team picture, stuff like that, you know, a hell of a lot more animated. Fuck. We were so close, man. We were so close, and so many former Sharks just won the cup. What? There's what, 5? I think 5 former Sharks on that team. It was our year until it wasn't. So close, yet so far. We did win our 4th Calder Cup in, I think, 6 years. So it is nice to see the AHL. Jesus Christ, we clinched it in a 9-1 game. So I don't know what happens to this team moving forward is the problem. Like, we did go all in this year. Jim Carey did the best he could, man. He only lost 1 game up until the final. He was so fucking good, but the Sharks just got to him. Losing Chara as a steady force on the back end sucked. You could argue we shouldn't have double-shifted Pronger and played Commander on the 3rd pairing. Double-shifted... I mean, I don't know. Like, who knows? Mike Gartner, at the end of the day, couldn't provide the offense I needed him to provide. He was outscored by Barnaby. Granato was insane. Bure was insane. Eliash was great. Thornton was great. It says Phil Bourque played 8 games, but he was never actually in the lineup. And then Gretzky was phenomenal. You know, if he doesn't retire, we can play him in the role that Doug Gilmour had this year on the third line, but he might be done, man. Forsberg was great. Again, losing Pavel Datsyuk. We just couldn't overcome that. Eventually, the third line stopped contributing as much offensively. Savard and Langkow couldn't rise to the occasion. And the move might have been to make the fourth line the third line and then make a brand new fourth line. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Now let's find out. Let's find out. Why not? How much of a new era is tomorrow going to be? Colorado wins it. Craig Janney ended up winning the Art Ross. Yzerman won the Hart, second year in a row. Norris to Brian Leach for the third time in 5 years. Janney won the Bing. Carjulo won the Calder. Conn Smythe to Paul Correa. The Vezina to Martin Brodeur. Jennings went to Dunham, which is funny. The Jack Adams to Phillies coach. Selke goes to Adam Oates. They lost it one time. Ted Lindsay to Yzerman. Rocket Richard split by Brett Hull and Pavel Bure. Chris Drury was the AHL's leading point getter on our AHL team. Vinny Prospel, though, was league MVP. Dude named Nabokov scored the most goals. Danny Briere was the top rookie. We traded him mid-season. Nolan Baumgartner was the top defenseman. Mika Kiprasov, best goaltender for Toronto. And Sergei Brylin was the MVP for our Calder Cup winning Blades. Is it the end of the Gretzky era? Is it right on schedule? Or will he stick around? Boston, wow, Boston and New York from 7-8 to 1-2. Jesus Christ. Gretzky stays. Thomas Steen's gone. Sutter, Larionov, Brent Ashton, Michel Goulet, Dino Cicerelli, Doug Brown, Brian Noonan, Galley, some other defensemen. Gretzky stays. Don't know if Messier will be back unless it's in a depth role. Gretzky's probably going to be in a reduced role. I don't know who the hell we can possibly get as a top line center, although we did plan on it being Datsyuk. A lot's going to change again. But Gretzky and the Sharks will have one more kick at the can. At least. But yeah, what happens for us now moving forward depends on the development of Pavel Datsyuk. You know, if he becomes a top liner, Gretzky's showing up as a second liner again. We'll see. At least one more season. At least, but I really thought that was going to be it.